One could say the theory of sense perception started when René Descartes had a dream that was so real he wasn't so sure that it wasn't. It made him doubt everything, even if life itself was real. His thought process brought him to the conclusion of cogito ergo sum, which means I think, therefore I am. René Descartes is credited as being the father of modern philosophy. The reality of Descartes' perceptions was affirmation of his existence. How often have we thought a situation occurred only to find out it was not as we believed it to be? Our perception of reality was not reality after all. Our textbook gives an example of the accuracy of self-reporting memories of events. A study is conducted the day after a dramatic event. Students are asked various questions about where they were and who they were with, then asked the same questions years later. In addition, they were asked to rate their confidence level about their memories on the event. Everyone remembers where they were on September 11, 2001. And of course our memories about that day were vivid. Studies like the one I just mentioned have revealed an overall low accuracy. 73% of students recall the memory of watching the first plane hit the World Trade Center on TV. There was no footage of this available on that day. No matter how vivid their memory is of it, no footage of the first plane was aired. From the textbook on this, we learn people's memories about events are not very accurate. These memories are called flashbulb memories. People with extreme confidence about their memories can be as incorrect as those with little to no confidence about their recollection. And always question the construct validity of even the most vivid and confident of memories. In the Ready Pierre article on science and the perception of reality, it proposes that science sets about addressing consciousness by treating it in a third-person perspective, as if a narrator is revealing the thoughts of a single character, and everyone is limited to only that character's mind, only their perspective, and that anything learned from science is not definite based on the framework of that human perspective. Science being a method of reasoning and a system of empirical validation. The Pavlova and Kinkonov article, Analogy Causes Distorted Memory Episodes, goes more in depth. It states there are two known mechanisms of memory distortion: schematization and episode blending. Schematization is the process of abstraction from experience, the key characteristics needed to understand or operate in a particular cognitive domain, or rather, taking key parts of an event to make sense of it and to be able to recall it as a story later. Science analysis suggests that a blending of episodes alters a person's recollections or perception of reality. This could be from a personal experience in an advertisement, a real event, and an imagined one. Again, flashbulb memories. The article mentions the Challenger disaster by noting that people wrongly recall the event, even stating details from different events. They truly believe their vivid memories were accurate. My first mentioned article on science and the perception of reality, there's a section that discusses various mechanisms that gives us the experience of our own self-existence and the sense of presence of others. These mechanisms are known as sensory faculties. Without these, we wouldn't be able to distinguish ourselves from others or our surroundings. They are the only way we perceive reality, and to what extent depends on the capabilities of these sensory agents. Remember Descartes? Cogito ergo sum? I think, therefore I am. My second article, Analogy Causes Distorted Memory by Blending Memory Episodes, poses that idea integration of analogical inferences into a subject will cause false recognition of information the next time it's brought up. They continue to say that even dissimilar topics can be blended. The authors wanted to see which was more apt, so they put their hypothesis of analogical episodes are more probable sources of intrusions than superficially similar or dissimilar episodes to the test. A manipulated variable had 3 levels. Analogous, distractors designed by combining 2 bases that share the same structure but do not share the same elements. Superficially similar, distractors designed by combining 2 bases that share the same elements and thus are superficially similar but do not share the same structure. That is, the relations between the elements in the 2 bases are different. Dissimilar, distractors designed by combining 2 bases that share neither the same structure nor the same elements. The experiment was designed as 3 continuous sessions of observing the basis. Then they did a filler task. They read an excerpt from Dandelion Wine by Ray Bradbury. This lasted 15 to 20 minutes. Then they saw the bases again and the distractors. Data shows 43% of bases were blended, and results were exactly as expected and predicted. The greatest amount of blending was between the analogous bases. False constructs of a person's perception of reality aren't reserved for those with Alzheimer's or even people with psychiatric disorders. It happens to all of us. Perception are the glasses through which we view reality.
I've just closed my eyes again, climbed aboard the Dreamweaver train, trying to take away my worries of today and leave tomorrow